Hi. We were learning about the numerical problems on Avogadro number. So in our previous video, we learned numerical problem 1 regarding Avogadro number. So now we will learn numerical problem 2. Uh, Calculate the weight in grams of 4 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules of SO3. So this is the question, and atomic weights of sulfur and oxygen are given. So we have to calculate the weight in grams. So weight in grams of what? Of these many molecules of SO3. Right. See, SO3. When SO3 is given, so one sulfur and 3 oxygen atoms are there. So one sulfur atom is 32 and 3 oxygen atoms each 16. So here 32 plus 48 is equal to 80. So the molecular weight of SO3 is 80. Therefore gram molecular weight of SO3 will become what? 80 grams, which is also equal to 1 gram atom of SO3. 1 gram atom of SO3. The weight of 1 gram atom of SO3 is 80 grams, or else gram molecular weight of SO3 is 80 grams. Remember that 1 gram atom of any substance, it contains Avogadro number of particles, Avogadro number of molecules. Here SO3 means molecules, SO3 molecules. So that means 1 gram atom is equal to, so here 1 gram, see, it is a molecule, it is not an atom. So gram molecule, 1 gram molecule is always contains 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. 1 gram molecule of SO3 means here 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of SO3. So 1 gram molecule of SO3 means these many molecules of SO3, and 1 gram molecule is equal to 80 grams. So that means these many molecules of SO3 is equal to 80 grams. When these many molecules of SO3 weighs 80 grams, the question is, these many molecules of SO3 will weigh how much? When 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of SO3 is equal to 80 grams, then 4 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules of SO3 will weigh how many grams? So calculate the weight in grams. Okay, we have to calculate the weight of what? These many molecules of SO3. So these many molecules of SO3 is equal to 80 grams. So 4 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules of SO3 is equal to dash grams, some x grams. So now x will be equal to how much? So upon cross multiplication, so x will be equal to 80 into 4 into 10 to the power of 24 by 6. So just you take 6 instead of this number, just you take 6 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay, 6 into 10 to the power of 23. So 6 into 10 to the power of 23. So okay, so this one into this one is equal to this one into this one. So 10 to the power of 0 means here it will become 10 to the power of 0. So now just you do it. So what is the thing? 2 2s are 2 3s are okay. 160 by 3, 1600 by 3, 1600 by 3. So x is equal to 1600 by 3. So around 533.33 grams. So these many grams of these many grams. That means 4 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules of SO3 weighs. Okay, this much will weigh. These many molecules of SO3 will weigh 533.33 grams. Okay, so like this we can calculate the given weight of the substance with the help of Avogadro number. See, remember that 1 gram molecular weight of any substance, 1 gram molecular weight of any substance is equal to its molecular weight, its mass in grams, or else 1 gram molecule of that substance. So 1 gram molecule of any substance contains these many molecules. So here it is SO3, hence these many SO3 molecules. So 1 gram molecule of SO3 will be 80 grams. So hence these many molecules of SO3 will weigh together. All these molecules will weigh together. Will weigh 80 grams. So here how many grams is weighed by these many molecules? The question is here. So what is the weight of 4 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules of SO3? So based on this given data, we can calculate like this. Okay. Now let us learn another numerical problem. Numerical problem 3. Calculate the weight of one molecule of nitrogen. Calculate the weight of one molecule of nitrogen. Nitrogen symbol, its molecule of nitrogen is denoted by N2. So we have to calculate the weight of one molecule of nitrogen. Right. As it is mentioned as nitrogen, so molecular weight of nitrogen is how much? 2 nitrogen atoms are there. So that means 2 into 14 is equal to 28. Therefore, gram molecular weight of nitrogen will be equal to 28 grams. 28 grams. Gram molecular weight of any substance will be equal to 1 gram molecule of that substance. Okay. So here it is nitrogen. Hence, gram molecular weight of nitrogen is equal to 1 gram molecule of nitrogen, and which is equal to 28 grams. 28 grams. Okay, right. 28 grams. Already we know that 1 gram molecule equal to 6.0, or else Avogadro number simply I will write 6 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. 1 gram molecule is equal to 6 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. So 1 gram molecule is equal to 28 grams. So therefore 28 grams of nitrogen is equal to, that means 28 grams of nitrogen if you take, it contains 6 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of nitrogen. It contains 6 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of nitrogen. So the question is, 1 molecule of nitrogen weighs how much? If these many molecules of nitrogen weighs 28 grams, then one molecule of nitrogen weighs how much grams? How many grams? X grams. Let us consider it as X grams. Okay, so when these many molecules of nitrogen weighs 28 grams, then one molecule of nitrogen will be equal to how many grams? So upon cross multiplying, then X value will be equal to 28 by 6 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay, right? It will be around 4.67 into 10 to the power of minus 23 grams. Okay, remember that if it is 28 by 6 into 10 to the power of 23, so actually it is equal to 28 into 1 by 6 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay, so this value will be approximately equal to, okay, this value will be approximately equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24. So remember, so 1 by Avogadro number is equal to this value. 1 by Avogadro number is equal to this value. So 28 when multiplied with this one, so finally you will get the same answer. Okay, see, this is nothing but equal to the value of 1 AMU. The value of 1 AMU. Value of 1 AMU is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams in grams. So I am taking only here I am telling that it is the only value. Okay, actually 1 AMU is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams actually. So here only value I am taking. So like that. Even if you multiply this one with this one, you will get the same answer. Or else simply I will write like this: 28 into 1 by 6 into 10 to the power of 23. So this value 1 by 6 into 10 to the power of 23 is equal to this value, and this is nothing but 1 AMU. So hence, so instead of writing this one, I can write AMU, 28 AMU. Look here, gram molecular weight of nitrogen is 28 grams, and the weight of one molecule, listen, weight of one molecule of nitrogen is equal to 28 AMU. See, AMU instead of grams, if you write AMU, it will be used for only a single molecule of that substance. Okay, so up to here the answer is finished. Up to here the answer is finished. We can write this answer like this also, because 28 by this number, 28 into this one, so this value will be equal to 1 AMU. So anyhow it is in grams, so 1 AMU, so finally you will get a grams. So 1 AMU is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. So like this. And one more thing, at this instant we have to learn one more thing. For example, mass I am telling, mass of atomic mass, or else massa. See, mass of any substance. For example, mass of sodium, let us take mass of sodium. If sodium, if I take actually sodium is 23, its atomic mass is 23. If I express its atomic mass, its mass in AMU, it indicates what? Mass of one single atom of sodium. If I write the same value in grams, then it is equal to what? Gram atomic weight, which is also equal to gram atom. Here it is atom, so here it is molecule, because N2 is a molecule, hence we used molecular weight, gram molecule. But here, as it is single atom, we have to use gram atom. So gram atom or gram molecule will be equal to this number only. Gram atom means 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Then gram molecule means 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. So that is the difference between this one and this one. Gram atom means these many atoms. Gram molecule means these many molecules. So here gram atom means so how many? These many atoms. So that means 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms of sodium. Now you try to make out the difference between these two. So if I express that, so what is this one? This is called as atomic mass of sodium. Okay, if atomic mass of sodium, if atomic mass is expressed in AMU, then this mass is equal to what? Mass of single atom of sodium. If the same atomic mass, if it is expressed in grams, then this mass is equal to mass of these many atoms of sodium. Single atom of sodium weighs 23 AMU. These many atoms of sodium will weigh 23, the same number, but unit is different, 23 grams. So always remember. One more question I will give you. One more point. Mass of one molecule of nitrogen. Mass of one molecule of nitrogen. See, actually nitrogen, molecule of nitrogen. So N2. Hence, as it is molecule, we have to use molecular mass, not atomic mass. Molecular mass. So what is the molecular mass of nitrogen? It is 28. Okay. See, if I express see, it's the nitrogen molecular mass is 28. So I can express its molecular weight mass in two ways: 28 AMU or 28 grams. Again, AMU is used only for single atom or for single molecule. So here it is related to molecule. So that means it is equal to mass of one single molecule of nitrogen. What is 28 grams then? It is equal to mass of 1 gram or else mass of 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of nitrogen. Okay, that means if I write AMU beside a molecular mass, then this total mass indicates that mass of single molecule If I write grams as unit with the molecular mass, now this mass will be equal to mass of these many molecules of nitrogen. For single molecule of nitrogen, its mass is 28 AMU. For these many molecules of nitrogen, its mass will be 28 grams. Remember. So from this, can you tell the mass? If I write something, for example, 44 AMU, if I write regarding carbon dioxide, so I wrote the mass of carbon dioxide is 44 AMU. So what does it indicate? Will it indicate Avogadro number of molecules of CO2 or single molecule of CO2? Single molecule of CO2. It is nothing but the mass equal to single molecule of CO2. Single CO2 molecule. If I write 44 grams, then it is equal to Avogadro number of molecules. Avogadro number of molecules. The mass of Avogadro number of molecules of CO2. The mass of Avogadro number of molecules of CO2 is 44 grams. The mass of single molecule of CO2 is 44 AMU. So like this, if I write AMU, always it is used for single atom or for single molecule. Okay, here carbon dioxide is not an atom, it's a molecule, hence we used molecule. Okay, if I write grams, then it will be equal to, along with the molecular mass, if I write grams, then it is equal to the mass of Avogadro number of molecules. Along with molecular mass, if I write AMU, then it indicates what? This mass is nothing but mass of single molecule of CO2. Okay, so like this, we have to remember, so because in competitive exams, so be careful, they may ask in several ways. The questions are asked in several ways, so we have to learn every method, if it is possible. Now in the textbook, practice problems are given. Just you go through those practice problems. Okay. Now we will learn about the numerical problems on gram molecular volume and mole concept. Gram molecular volume and mole concept. And mole concept. And vapor density also. Gram molecular volume, mole concept, and vapor density. Vapor density. VD means vapor density. See, before solving problems based on these concepts, so first we have to recall certain things. So the first thing is, what 1 gram molecule of any gas, 1 gram molecule, 1 gram molecule means generally G molecule we will write like this. 1 gram molecule of any gas. Okay, 1 gram molecule of any gas at STP, this condition is important. Standard temperature and pressure. So standard temperature is 0 degrees centigrade and standard pressure is 1 atmosphere pressure. So under these conditions, 1 gram molecule of any gas, whatever the gas it may be, okay, it occupies 22.4 liters volume, or else 22.4 decimeter cube. 1 liter is called 1 decimeter cube, or else 22,400 milliliters or 22,400 centimeter cube. Okay, next, another point. 1 mole of a substance, 1 mole of a substance, 1 mole of a substance is equal to 1 gram molecular weight, 1 gram molecular weight, one gram molecular weight is nothing but 1 gram molecule, or else 1 gram molecule. Okay, suppose if it is atom, here for molecules we will use molecular weight, for atoms we will use atomic weight. Okay, and here also for atoms we use gram atom. Okay, and if it is gas, if the substance is in gaseous form, for gases 1 mole of any substance, 1 mole of a substance will occupy 22.4 liters at a STP. This is important, at STP. Or else 1 mole of any substance contain Avogadro number of particles, Avogadro number of particles, Na, or else L, or else in some books simply N, it is denoted as N, which is equal to how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. See, 1 mole is equal to 1 gram molecular weight, or else 1 gram atomic weight. For example, for particles like this, if I write like this, this is atom. So for such particles we have to take gram atomic weight. Suppose if I write like this, then it is a molecule. For such particles we have to take gram molecular weight, because so if you add the weights of 2 hydrogen, then you will get a molecular weight. Here only single hydrogen means atomic weight. Right? So like this. And one more thing, number of moles denoted by small n is equal to given weight of the substance in grams by gram atomic weight. Okay, if the substance is atom, then we have to take atomic weight, or else if the substance is molecule, then given weight of the substance by gram molecular weight. Okay, so like this. So number of moles, even this concept of mole is used for atoms as well as for molecules also. And one more thing, so these two are related to mole concept. Gram molecular volume means it is this one, vapor density. What is the formula of vapor density? Molecular weight, remember, molecular weight, always molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. So molecular weight of any substance will be equal to 2 into vapor density of that substance. Okay, so these are the formulas we have to recall before calculating the problems based on these concepts. Okay, so now we will go with some numerical problems. Okay, numerical problem. Numerical problem 1. Okay, numerical problem 1 related to these concepts. So now let us see the question. What is that question calculate the volume of calculate the volume occupied by volume occupied by 5.6 grams of nitrogen. 5.6 grams of nitrogen at STP. Okay. How to solve such problems? So what is asked here? Calculate the volume occupied by 5.6 grams. Volume occupied by 5.6 grams of nitrogen. Right. See, before solving this problem, first what is the molecular weight of nitrogen? Molecular weight of nitrogen is equal to how much it is? 28. So gram molecular weight of nitrogen will be equal to 28 grams. Right? Gram molecular weight is also equal to one gram molecule of nitrogen. Okay, is also equal to 1 gram molecule of nitrogen. But 1 gram molecule of nitrogen, not only nitrogen, of any gas, 1 gram molecule of any gas will occupy 22.4 liters of volume. 1 gram molecule of any gas will occupy 22.4 liters of volume. So here 1 gram molecule of nitrogen is how much? 28 grams. That means 28 grams of nitrogen occupies how much? Occupies 22.4 liters of volume. If 28 grams of nitrogen occupies 22.4 liters of volume, then what is the volume occupied by 5.6 grams of nitrogen? See, 28 grams of nitrogen occupies this much volume, then 5.6 grams of nitrogen occupies how much volume? So again, x, let us treat it as x, then x will be equal to what? So 5.6 into 22.4 by 28. Okay, so I am writing 10 to the power of minus 1. I am removing this decimal. So 28 ones are 28 twos are. So how much it will be? 2 into 22.4, that means 4.48 liters. So it occupies 4.48 liters, or else 4.48 decimeter cube, because 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. So 4.48 liters will be equal to 4.48 decimeter cubes. So like this, the volume occupied by 5.6 grams of nitrogen can be calculated. So this is the base. So based on this, you can solve the practice problems. So based on this one, so two practice problems are given. So solve those practice problems. Okay, we will learn the other things in the next video.